What is up? Welcome back to the Tomahawk Talk Pod. As always, I'm your main host, Jeb Mays. With me, we don't have Jose. He did not tell us what he was doing. Ben, I believe, said he was getting his nipples pierced, so he would not be with us today. But we do have Ryan, so you've got the two absolutely obnoxious people on this podcast are going to be steering the ship today.
In two totally different ways as well, so that's fun. Jeb, we got some news to be talking about, don't we?
We do.
Anyway.
We finally have some news. I will say the Walt hiring, it's looking better every day. It's looking a little better. It is.
So I was gonna ask Benjamin this, and I'm gonna ask you. So when the Braves make it to the postseason with one of the best records in the big leagues, how do you want your crow served?
Deep fried.
Deep fried? All right, I got
deep
you.
fried. Gotta be deep fried.
I got you.
No, I mean we'll go over it, but some of the recent coaching hires that they've made over the past couple days, and some of the front office moves, we'll talk about that too. But it's sinking in. It's sinking in finally, and I'm accepting the fact. I think at first it was a little bit of shock. But
was it though?
Not shock, but it was just like finally, it was named.
Me and you talked before the hiring process, I think, really began. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they hired Walt Weiss to be the next manager. Here we are. I thought between Walt and Eddie, but Eddie didn't hardly get much consideration, I don't think.
I guarantee we'll probably hear something tomorrow, but we're recording this on Sunday night. Do you think Eddie's going to be the bench coach? We would have heard something by now.
Yeah, I think if they were going to retain Eddie, you would have heard something by now. Look, I'm not in the Braves organization, obviously, but if you look back at the track record for the Atlanta Braves, if coaches were coming back, you normally hear it pretty early on in the offseason process, and which means already by now. We found out pretty quickly Freddie Gonzalez wasn't going to be back. We found out pretty quickly that Graney was let go, amongst others. And I'm genuinely surprised at how much we overhauled the staff, because everybody's like, oh, it's Walt just taking over. It's just going to be the same staff. No, Walt's cleaning house, man. Either him or I think it's a combination of him and AA both, and they both want to run things a little bit differently than Snit did. So
yeah, we I think it was on 680, I believe. Walt said he's not had any communication, like outside of, I guess, the hiring process with Jeremy Hefner and Antoine Richardson.
So according to Twitter lore, I don't keep up with coaches much, but apparently Antoine Richardson's the guy who got Juan Soto to almost steal 40 bags. Can you imagine what he might do for Michael Harris? Ronald's already a great base stealer. Can you imagine what he might do for Michael Harris II?
We could have had a 40-90 with Ronald, if you think about it.
Michael had a 2020 year, correct?
Yes.
He could have a 2040 season, and that's Michael just... If he stays this bad, he's just going to add 20 stolen bases. Bad offensively. Let me rephrase that. Bad offensively. I think we can all agree Michael was bad offensively this year.
You think it's time to just have the conversation of turning him into a two-way player? Yeah. He was a pitcher in high school.
No. It takes a whole... Just because you're a good pitcher in high school doesn't mean you're going to be a good pitcher in the big leagues. Just because you're a good pitcher in D1 baseball doesn't mean it's going to translate to MLB.
I mean, if you really think about it theoretically, that would be a bullpen arm we wouldn't have to get. And it's a lefty. We could offload Bummer.
Who are you going to put in center field?
I mean, Michael, but then, when they call him into pitch, like in Little League.
You going to burn Eli White?
We can put Eli White out there.
Look, if you...
Okay, you need Michael...
Eli White.
You need Michael Harris to come in the seventh inning. You need him in the seventh inning.
He's not
Michael, come on.
Nobody is going to be Michael Harris the second. Chat, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. That dude's a one-of-one defensive center fielder. That is this generation Andrew Jones. That's how good that dude is in center field. You
I don't
ain't
know.
replacing that with anybody. I like Eli White. He is not Michael Harris defensively, man. He's just not. He's not.
I'm not saying start Eli White. I'm just saying
I'm not
have
saying
Harris,
that either, but in the
Harris
7th, 8th,
coming out of the
9th
pen.
inning, I want that dude in center field. I don't want Eli White in center field. I want
If you're
Eli
up by
White
11, if you're up by 11,
Jeb, sure. But at that point, what's the point of bringing in Michael except if he's going to lob the fucking ball in there?
to save the pin. I mean, he would
can
be
do
a
that
part of
lobbing.
it, but yeah, I don't know. I
Bring
just think
Charlie
it'd be-
Culberson out of retirement, have him lob baseballs in there when we're up by
You could,
15.
but it'd just be fun because Michael would actually look like an athlete. No offense to Charlie, but like Michael would
He
actually
doesn't when he's roaming around in center field.
Yes, but on the mound, like you get these jerk offs up there coming in throwing 40 poo. Like Michael, you go up there and you're like, come on, like let's see something.
Okay,
Decent.
so you want Michael to throw a 97 and blow out his arm for the next week where he can't fucking play center field?
He would not blow out his fucking arm.
Dude, look at Frank
Double
Gore when
cut.
he threw 2 innings with the Phillies. He couldn't fucking do shit the next 4 days. He even said it. He's like,
Have a
yeah, man,
double
I was
cut.
feeling good. And then they asked me, hey, you want to go one more? He's like, yeah, fuck it, I'll go one more. And then he was dead the next 4 days.
That's the problem. Just have him go one.
Oh.
Or lefty
You're still going to
specialist.
be dead the next couple days. You just don't
Lefty
realize it.
specialist. 3
Pitching
pitches.
requires a whole different other series of muscles that you're using other than hitting. Telling you. I wouldn't do it.
Not
Especially
when
since
he's
Michael
roaming-
doesn't
when he-
practice the mechanics every day. Wouldn't do it, man. I'm not throwing my star center fielder on the mound to blow out his UCL because he wants to hit 98 from the mound with a nasty curveball. I'm not doing it.
Lefty specialist. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, we're not that cheap to the point where Alex Anthopoulos has to get creative like that. We have enough money.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm surprised Michael didn't touch the mound this year.
Michael couldn't hit boat if he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat this year, okay? Until like that 1 month span where he was hitting like 900.
Exactly. That's why I'm
Okay.
surprised they didn't put his ass on the mound. put old Matty Ironcock behind the plate too.
Matt Olson needs to stay at first base, Jeb. We don't need to get stupid with this, okay? I know you just like getting fucking silly with shit.
I've been absolutely advocating for Drake Baldwin to play shortstop too. I think that clears up so much headache.
Drake Baldwin cannot play shortstop.
He's a shortstop. They've just told him he's a catcher.
No, he's not, man.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right, on to some actual serious stuff. It was announced on, was it Thursday or Friday, that the Braves have finally announced their pitching coach. It is Jeremy Hefner from the Mets. And we got Antoine. It's Richardson, right? Yes. Okay.
First base coach.
Yeah, I couldn't find the article. Sorry, but from what I've heard from a lot of Mets fans, is Jeremy Hefner they were pissed to see him leave.
All because Uncle Steve didn't want to give out some extra dough for him.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex is like, yeah, man, here you go. Here's some dough.
From what I read, I don't think it was the dough. I think it was the
That's what I heard.
pension. I think it was the pension because you're
I don't know. They said the 401k. He said everything was the same. He said except salary. He said they didn't agree on the salary. And when you gave that dude that kind of rotation that fell apart and he had to work with rookies and they were in it until the last day of the season, I don't know, man.
Steve Cohen, known penny pincher.
Crazy, right? Even though he gives out, what, $5 billion to Juan Soto? Crazy.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I hate it for Cranny, but I think Cranny, this is just my assumption, my guess is that Cranny's probably going to take it to the house. I think with all the personal stuff he's been dealing with over the past couple years, I think this is a great time for him to go to the house.
I could see that.
I wouldn't mind, and I thought we were going to get an announcement of him maybe staying on in a pitching advisory role of some sort. Kind of like Chipper with the hitting, but
That's why I don't think he's going. I mean, would I go to the house if I'm Cranny? Probably. I got all the money I could ever need in the rest of my life, but
yeah.
those dudes love baseball, so I don't know. Somebody will probably pick him up if he wants to coach, but that's going to be a him decision.
Yeah.
Look, the Braves pitching, I really didn't have a problem with. I mean, look, you could argue they had a bad pitching year. They just had a bad year overall, and a lot of their pitchers went on the fucking IL this year. I mean, you still had dudes come up like Waldrop and perform ridiculously well. Crane did a fantastic job in a Braves uniform. I think he's one of the few that you can hang that hat on, along with Snit, saying they did great in their tenure.
I agree.
So,
and then I know nothing about Antoine besides that.
Don't know much either, man. You just don't know a whole lot about coaches.
Yeah. Well, like first base coaches. Like I think pitching coaches is a little different.
Hitting coach. I mean, is it though? I mean,
you know at least a little bit more.
You
about
know a
them.
little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, the coaching world's very, very hush hush. I feel like you don't know much about coaches, so I'm glad Chipper's back.
Yes.
I'm glad Chipper's back. I don't know.
Yes.
Look, I know he didn't want to step on toes of who's our fucking hitting coach now?
Tim Hires.
No, he didn't want to step on his toes, but I mean, sometimes you need a dude who those guys trust in the locker room to push forward what you're trying to teach them and back you up on it. Because I mean, Chipper was obviously very much in on the hiring of Tim Hires when he came over. As you've heard it from players as well, it takes a while for them to mesh with new coaches. It takes them a while to mesh with new managers. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Tim has a bounce back year in the hitting department for the Braves. Hopefully, the Braves in general have a bounce back year.
Yeah, I mean, they were hitting the shit out of the ball kind of the second half of the year. So
their offense was top 10 the second half.
Yeah, I think they finally
most categories
kind of got it through their thick ass heads that maybe we should listen to this guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the first 6 weeks of the season, I would have probably looked at changing some shit if I was some of the hitters.
Well, the first game, they went with that philosophy, and then after that, it was like nothing. Because they chased King out in like the third inning, and he had like 90 pitches.
I feel like the first series they did really good job on. Like they were in every game with the Padres. Then you went out to LA and you got your fucking doors kicked in. That's when it feels like everything just fell off.
You were running Stuart Fairchild out there in LA. Not great when you're running Stuart Fairchild out there after the Profar suspension. That's the word. Brian, what the fuck? Do you have a dog? Oh my god. Puppy? Oh shit. That's what the fuck was.
Stop biting the pillow, bro. Everybody meet Colt.
Colt?
Colt.
Yeah.
AKA, as my nephew calls him, Baby Dog. That was his nickname when he was a puppy, was Baby Dog.
I as well have entered in the dog dadhood stage, so I know how you're feeling, Ryan.
Stop biting the daggum pillow, bruh. No, don't bite me.
So we went over coaches. Pierce Johnson and Tyler Kinley. Let's talk about that.
That surprised me a lot.
So, I have a theory that
First off,
probably...
do you have their numbers pulled up? Because if you don't, let me pull them up.
I don't, but they're very identical to what they've... I mean, Pierce Johnson's been one of your most reliable relievers since he's gotten here. And Tyler Kinley, I don't think he allowed an earned run. Or, I mean, his ERA was like .72. And he had, 73 games?
He had a lot. And he pitched like multiple innings, too.
I swore he pitched like every game in the second half for the Braves. But with those, with them declining the options, they have 2 buyouts for Kinley and for Pierce. My theory is they are going to sign them to longer deals, but less AAV. I don't think that they are letting 2 of the most nastiest pitchers they had last year walk. I don't. I could be wrong. I mean, this could be Hefner's new philosophy, and they could be...
I mean, how old's Kinley, man? He's 34. Is he gonna? How much was his option? 5.5.
Yes, I believe so.
He's gonna get that in free agency.
Probably.
So why not pick up the fucking option?
I think because they want to give him a 2-year deal.
Yeah, but you could sign him to an extension. You could do a 1-year extension on the 1-year contract he's already got.
Well,
because I don't think they want him back.
Why?
I don't know.
He was nasty.
Look, the only thing I could probably think of is, I mean, he had 27 walks total? 33. He had 33 total walks this year in 72 innings.
So 6 of those were with the Braves? Or
yes.
Is that just... Okay.
Yes. He had, and then at the end of the year, he had a 1.18 whip. He had a .68 whip with the Braves. I don't know if there's... I even looked on his Savant page, man. His Savant page looks fairly impressive for a 34-year-old reliever. If y'all don't believe me, go check it out. It looked pretty good. Pierce Johnson, let's look at his stats. 2025, he had a 1.2 whip, a 3.91 FIP, a 1.37 ERA plus, and a 3.05 ERA in 59 innings. With 59 strikeouts.
It's got to be... Well, okay, I get the,
And he's 35.
I get them probably not wanting to pay Kinley that much.
He's going to get in free agency.
No, them, the Braves. Them
Okay,
not
but
wanting
still,
to pay him that much.
You still need... You lose Iggy, right? He's gone. Now you lost Pierce, one of your top bullpen arms. Now you losing Kinley, who was probably your best reliever in the second half. So you now, instead of replacing just one of those guys, you got to replace 2. I mean, granted, now you got Grant coming back, who's going to be in the bullpen. But they already said Raylo's not going to the bullpen. He's starting. So, I don't know. Everybody's like, well, you're probably not going to get that much money. Relievers are getting paid pretty well nowadays. And you're telling me he can't get a 2-3-year contract worth $6 million a year? Yeah, there's somebody that's going to pay them $6 million a year to come pitch for him. Pierce, I think, was what, in the 7s?
7.
He'll probably get around 6.5 to 7.5 million as well.
I think they wanted to lower the AAV and extend the years to both of them because
why? What happens if they have a shit year and they shit the bed?
They can
you're
trade
stuck
them
with them for another year.
You can trade if you're say you cut Pierce's. I don't know. Say he's making 7, and then you cut it to 5. Maybe you sign him to a 2 for 10 somehow. Maybe
2 for 10.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
2 for 14 probably. But
yeah,
then if he's hanging meatballs down the middle in the second year of that contract, and he's done, guess what? You're stuck with that $7 million. Ain't nobody gonna touch him.
They would have to sign him to a lower AAV, or else it would make no fucking sense. Because if they sign him to a 2 for 14, they still have to pay him.
They wanted him back.
They still have to pay him a buyout.
Out there.
Maybe. I just don't know why you would. I get Kinley. I get Kinley.
Full-blown depth than... Look, I would love Ranger Suarez to come to the Braves bullpen, okay? Would love that. But at the end of the day, Ranger Suarez isn't going to get him to the postseason by yourself.
Ranger or Robert Suarez in the bullpen?
Robert Suarez, excuse me.
Yeah.
Robert.
I was going to say. The fuck
Ranger would be a nice addition to the rotation, too.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I get the Kinley because this was his first good half of baseball since, 2022? He's not...
To be fair, he's been in Colorado.
Yeah.
He's been in Colorado. And he even had some pretty decent years in Colorado. So, look.
I don't know. I really don't know. That's the only thing I can think of because they were nails. And I don't know why you would get rid of 2 of the guys who were pretty fucking good for you. And it's not like...
What's the reliever market? Because I know you got Diaz. I know you got Suarez. You got Iggy out there.
Helsley.
Now you got these 2 guys out there. But, I mean, unless you're going dumpster diving again for guys, I wouldn't trade for bullpen. You gotta pony up for a shortstop somewhere, right?
We can talk about that.
Oh, we're on the bullpen topic right now.
Yeah, I know, but
I just it made no sense. It made zero sense to me, especially since you had them on 1-year contracts. For bullpen, I wouldn't go any more than a 2-year contract because bullpens are the most volatile thing in baseball. If
that's
you
what
have
I'm.
a 1-year deal, that's even better.
That's what I'm saying. That's
For me.
the only thing that can make sense to me is if they go multi-deal or multi-year lower AAV.
The only way it makes sense is if you go 2 years for $8 million, 2 years $9 million for these guys. If you can get them to something like that, I don't think they're going to sign back for that.
Don't know. I mean, unless they're just completely done with him. But I do not get why they would be done with him. And they have not done anything about Bummer.
Bummer might have been the one that I could understand the most.
Yes.
Getting him out. And he's one of the highest paid ones. Isn't he making like 7?
Making like $9 million this up and coming year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, dude, that would have been the one I've been like, yeah, get out.
But they signed him to that 2-year extension or whatever, so he's still locked in.
I don't like longer contracts, Jeb.
No, I mean, it's different.
Let's take a look at old Mr. Bummer.
It's different when it's like a 2-year deal. Like, Bummers, I'm pretty sure it was like 3.
But a 1-2-5 whip. My Jesus. Let me guess. Walks. He didn't have many walks. 17? 54 innings. 3.52 ERA. Or no, 3.52 whip. 1.25 or 3.52 FIP, 1.25 ER or whip, and
holy
ERA
shit! Can you fucking read?
Yeah, my brain's just going too fast. I know you wouldn't understand that, Jeb.
Okay. Okay.
His FIP was lower than his ERA, so I mean I don't know. I don't like Bummer personally. I think he shits the bed in high leverage situations.
I think that's the problem is because they just don't know how to use him. They've either used him in mop-up or...
He's a slightly above average pitcher. He had a 109 ERA plus. Whoa. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't feel comfortable with Bummer in against Harper. I don't feel comfortable with Bummer in against Schwarber. I don't feel comfortable with him against Soto. The big lefties that you're going to see in the lineups of these NL East teams and other teams, I'm not comfortable with Bummer pitching to them. Because I feel like he's either A, going to throw a sinker or sweeper right down the middle, or B, he's going to walk them, or C, one's going to slip away and hit him, especially in high leverage situations. And he's making high leverage money.
Not to mention you have Dylan Lee and Dylan Dodd.
Would have been the dude I would have let go is right here. That has saved you how much money?
I mean, they would theoretically have to trade him, and I think the most you could probably...
I thought, was it not an option this year?
No. It was... They restructured his contract with Iggy at the beginning of the year, remember? Or the beginning of... Yeah. Because they had to penny pinch money, for the...
God, yeah, he's making 10 this year for the Braves. 9.5.
Nice. Yeah. What is it in 27?
It was only a 2-year contract extension, so this is it.
So 26 is the last year.
26 last year, yeah.
Okay.
I'd be trying very hard to trade him.
You could probably trade him, and you said it's what, 9.5?
It ain't gonna get much, but yeah.
Attach.
You don't even need to get anything back.
6?
Just get some fucking salary relief and get a fucking project.
You could do a salary dump for a salary dump, maybe.
I wouldn't know. If I want all the money that I can get for this free agent class for pitching. You got some good pitching out in the market.
For bullpen, I think starting rotation is the
King,
least.
Ranger Suarez. Those are just 2 of them off the top of my head that are coming out.
I think if you can add them, you do. But I think starting pitching is the least of your worries right now. Should be, with the amount of depth you have. And you've got to look at it like this, okay?
What depth? We were throwing fucking,
what
the
depth?
little lefty that we had?
We're getting Ronaldo back. We're going to have Grant Holmes. Whatever you want with Elder. Whatever you want with Manoah.
You see how quickly
Richie, Fuentes, right? Strider on a off-season that's fully healthy. Schwellenbach will be back.
I just
Sale will be back.
I'd rather have Joey Wentz than fucking Aaron Bummer pitching for me.
Hurst and Waldrop. You've got better depth this year with starting rotation.
I understand, but you see how quickly that evaporated last year, right?
Yes. And I mean, look at what the Blue Jays did.
One starting pitcher.
I agree.
One starting pitcher.
I agree. I think if you add a king, I think that's great. But I think you need to address shortstop, and I think you need to address the bullpen first.
I agree. I think bullpen needs to be the first thing that you get out of the way. I think it's the easiest to get done.
Maybe. I think, depending on what you offer Ha-Seong Kim, I think that could be the easiest to get done as shortstop.
Let's go ahead and talk about shortstop.
Yeah,
you've been talking about shortstop all week.
Oh, hold on. Before we do, for the bullpen talk, you also have Giancarlos Lara, you've also got Alek Manoah, you've also got Raldy Munoz, and you also have Hunter Stratton. That something's got to be figured out there.
Kicked off the 40-man. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see him keep Manoah, personally, but $2 million, I think, is what he's projected. Stuff him in AAA.
No.
That's more depth.
Get the fuck out of here. You suck.
He's got 2 options left. Let him
sucks.
It doesn't matter if he's in AAA.
My boy legit has been a ghost. He's been fucking Casper in the big leagues.
It does not matter if he's in AAA. See if there is something there, and if not, then you cut ties.
Bummer than have it at fucking Alec.
It's $2 million, dude. The Braves have, I think they have almost $50 million to spend this offseason to get to that first tax threshold. What the fuck is $2 million gonna land you though? If you're really pinching pennies over $2 million to get like a Ranger or a King or a Suarez. $2 million
is the difference of getting you a Robert Suarez and not getting you a Robert Suarez.
But if you're penny pinching over that, you shouldn't be in the running. You should just blow the fucking team up. Because if $2 million is going to separate you,
I just don't think Alek Manoah is a big leaguer anymore.
Maybe he's a 4A guy. I just think it's worth a roster spot in AAA.
I don't.
It's triple fucking A. Who gives a shit?
If he's making league minimum, sure, but he's fucking not. He's making $2 million. That's like
no.
Stuffy Kelnick still in minor leagues.
No. I said his projected salary is like $2 million through like ARB or whatever.
Ain't nobody gonna sign him for $2 million.
Exactly. So if you sign him for league minimum, who gives a shit?
There you go. If he signs for league minimum, I don't give a fuck. I ain't signing him for $2 million. He ain't going. I'm not offering him ARB. I'm saying, good luck finding that out there in the open market. Here's your $750K if you want to come pitch.
He's got 2 options left.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm not giving him $2 million. I'm not giving him $1.5 million. I'm not giving him $1 million. The man ain't worth it. Sorry. I don't give a fuck.
Speaking of that, they did. We'll get to shortstop at some point. They re-signed Darius Vines and Carlos Carrasco on minor league deals, no invitations to spring training, and Braves country was absolutely having a field day over this.
Why? You listen, Braves country, I need you to just lock it in with me for 5 seconds. Every fucking offseason, you have to fill out roster spots in AAA. Whether that
we just had this fucking conversation.
Whether that's Cookie Carrasco, not
Alek
for $2
Manoah.
million. Not for $2 million. Or Darius Vines, who are going to be making probably even below league minimum because they're coming in on a minor league contract. So again, whether it's them or whether it's Boo Boo the Fool that nobody knows about, or me, or Jab going to fucking AAA baseball, you have to fill out a fucking minor league roster spot. So they said, hey, here's the contract. You're going to be stuffed in AAA. We're not giving you an option to come to the big leagues right now. That's all it is. Stop bitching about it. They have to do it with these guys. Not to mention it adds veteran leadership to the younger guys in the minor leagues. So why are we bitching about it? It ain't taken away from your big signing, I promise you. Jesus Christ. Look, I get the bargain shopping, right? If we're sitting there collecting these DFA guys that are going to make up a bullpen for us, okay, you got a point. They're not making up a fucking bullpen for us, okay? They're in minor leagues. Give it a break. Jesus Christ, I get it. Y'all are pissed off because we didn't make the postseason. Get it. Understand. I'm pissed off because they bought a fucking parking lot last year and we didn't get a fucking player. But hey, here we are. We're moving forward.
Hey, do you think that's maybe why they declined the options on Kinley and Pierce is because they needed to renovate the lobby?
I beat their ass if that's the reason why. I will find Terry McCurk myself. This is joking.
Aren't you like his shoe shiner?
What are you talking about?
Terry McGurk, aren't you his shoe shiner?
How the fuck y'all get that because I like the Walt Weiss hiring, huh? Now y'all are seeing, chat, I want a fucking apology because now y'all are seeing why I like the hire so much. Walt's coming in, making changes like everybody wanted. And oh yeah, the guys already like him and trust him.
I'll shine your shoes up real good today, Mr. McGurk.
Man, I'd jack Terry McGurk up if you don't spend some motherfucking of that money. You understand?
Kyle Wright cleared through waivers and is a free agent. Bring an old friend back to AAA.
Minor league contract. Let's go.
Him and Ian Anderson. Dude, I made a post.
Ian Anderson,
I think you saw it. Yeah, he's cooked. Dude, and I have an absolute soft spot in my heart for Ian Anderson for what he did in 2020 and 2021.
I saw all of his 2021 postseason starts. Saw the World Series start live. This is live. I saw the World Series start. I saw the LCS start. And I saw the NLDS start. Saw them all. Hate it.
I made a post where I said that Kyle Wright and Ian Anderson would be co-aces of the Stripers, and
might be fucking co-aces of the Myrtle Beach Pelicans.
Dude,
I would
love to have them back, but
it's been too long. And again, guys, this is why you hate to see injuries. Ian had a Tommy John surgery, has never been the same guy. Everybody thinks TJ, bench him up for a year and he's going to be back. It's not always the case. In fact, it's about a 75% success rate of them getting back for 10 innings in the big leagues. So keep that in mind. It's not back to their prior level. It's 10 innings of pitching again. And it goes down more and more every time you have TJ. Need to keep that in your peepers when you hear so-and-so needs Tommy John surgery. And quit getting on their ass like Spencer Strider's when he comes back and he's not the same dude the first fucking year. Give him a chance to get shit going. It's a little bit harder than y'all think it is.
I feel like I just got in trouble and just got called to the principal's office.
Y'all should, man. There's no fucking reason to be getting on that dude, man. He's coming back from TJ. Didn't have a fucking year at all.
Actually, it was internal brace. It doesn't
matter. Surgery on the ligament, man. The internal brace is literally freaking connecting it back to one another and stitching it back together. That's what the internal brace is. It's a modified Tommy John. You're not replacing the ligament, you're repairing the ligament. So, now you see why Grant didn't want to go to TJ surgery or the brace procedure. If you can rehab that with just physical therapy, your percentage of coming back goes up to 90%.
How would you rehab that with physical therapy?
You're trying to increase blood flow. You're trying to increase the stability of the joint while at the same time healing the ligament. You're not loading the ligament. You're just strengthening and stabilizing everything around the ligament, so you're not putting as much pressure on the elbow joint when you're pitching.
The only thing I got out of that was increased blood flow.
The increased blood flow is for healing purposes. You're trying to strengthen forearm flexors, forearm extensors, shoulder, external, internal rotators.
Forearm,
increase the load on the elbow.
Load? So we're talking forearms and elbows and
Chad, come
blood
get this
flow.
Motherfucker. Holy shit.
And now load.
Come get this dude, man.
What kind of load are we talking about?
Chad, come get this motherfucker, man. I can't keep him on the podcast anymore. Come get him. He's off the fucking rails.
I think that was Kyle Wright. We didn't have any awards, did we? No, Matt Olson didn't win the Silver Slugger because the MLB...
He did win an award.
What did he win? Oh, Gold Glove.
He got the Gold Glove.
And Fielding Bible, didn't he? Yeah.
My boy can pick at first base.
Matty, Fielding Bible guy.
So, dude's a stud at first base, man. Who won the Silver Slugger? Was it Pete?
Yeah.
He had a good year offensively.
Nah, not compared to Matt Olson.
Are you sure? I don't know Pete's final stats. I know he was really, really good first half of the year. He had a 144 OPS plus.
Big.
38 bombs, a 272 average, 126 RBIs. Yeah,
Big.
He had a good fucking year.
Big Sleepy Pete didn't deserve the Silver Slugger.
Let me look at oldies. Hold on. I want to be fair here.
What the fuck?
Let me look at oldies. 292 or 29 homers, 272, 95 RBIs. Look, Pete had the better offensive year.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. Matt was probably the more consistent player, but Pete had the better overall offensive year.
I wish they would have absolutely took a shit in Pete's locker.
Dude, Pete might not even playing for the Mets the way fucking Steve Cohen's being with money this year, alright?
He's coming to Atlanta, bro. Don't you know?
Fuck that, man. Don't need Pete. Look, Pete, you're a goofy motherfucker. That's alright. That's pretty decent at baseball, but I don't need your goofy ass in Atlanta, bro. We do not need to clog up the DH role for another fucking 5 years. At $35 million per year. Sorry.
Speaking of DH, did you see the picture of Marcell Ozuna with Ah-Sung Kim at the Korean basketball game?
I did.
What kind of fucking translator would you have to be to speak what is that? Spanish?
Yes, it's a dialect
and
of
Korean?
Spanish and Korean.
What kind of fucking translator?
He could probably do it by himself. The motherfucker speaks like 10 different languages. Shit.
Could you imagine being like from
I wish I could speak fluent Spanish. Do you understand? I wish I had that ability.
Could you imagine being from the Dominican and being a translator in Korea, like Korean being your second language?
Dude, translators make pretty decent money.
Yeah, just ask eBay.
Like, this fucker guy, dude. Alright, let's get back on track, man.
I was on track. I mean, Ozuna, former player, Ha-Sung Kim, gonna be the shortstop. Gonna be the shortstop for the Atlanta Braves.
Let's talk shortstop. Let's go. Come on, Jeb. Nah, man. You're the host. You're supposed to be leading the ship. Come on now.
I didn't want to chew ice in your mouth like a rude fuck, but yeah, we can talk shortstop.
You're not chewing ice in my mouth, buddy. You're chewing ice in your mouth, okay?
Or your ears, sorry. My bad.
There you go.
My bad.
You're good.
Too much riz going on over here, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shortstop, probably the second biggest need this offseason.
You want to know why it's the biggest? Because I've had to watch Orlando Arcia for 2 seasons and Nick Allen swing a baseball bat. Love Mickey Pickett. Great defensive shortstop. I could swing a better bat than him.
I mean, right now, as it currently stands, you have like 2 people in your bullpen. So,
bullpen's
theoretically,
get figured out.
Yeah, if you don't do what you did this year and collect DFA guys like Infinity Stones.
Well, we didn't. Remember, we went out and got a big piece in Rafael Montero.
That was pretty much a damn DFA candidate. Let's be fucking real.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. That's why the Astros said, get the fuck out of here.
And now we know why. Dude fucking sucked.
Dude pitched like all of like a third of an inning for Detroit in the postseason and got rocked in that third of an inning.
Dude, I'll keep it a buck. Like, Rafael Montero would have been a fantastic 6th inning reliever if you're up by like 5.
6, 7, 8 maybe.
Yeah, he would have been great at that. But when you're putting him in the 8th inning
with one run lead and the runner at third base and 1 out, not a very good situation.
Yeah,
Snit didn't really have much of a choice, if we're being honest.
I mean, I think he might have did it out of spite, but
I mean, I don't blame him. You give him a shit team in his last year, I'd be upset too. So
I would have as well. Me and you have been texting about this for days on end. Shortstop. It's got to be.
Jim, I want you to give me top 3 to top 5 that you want. Because I don't know 5 personally, but I know like 3 to 4 that I would like.
Not putting this in any particular order, so don't yell at me and call me a fucking bitch.
Put in order. Start
in
from 5
order?
and go up. Start from 5 and go up.
Nah, I can't put it in order because
Yes,
you're
you
going to have
can.
to tell me what we're doing the rest of the offseason, rotation and bullpen wise.
You
Because
already
if
know.
we're absolute.
All right, project this like you got to be Alex Anthopoulos. Not
Well.
fan base, but what you would need to do as a GM. Put
Okay,
your
so-
franchise GM hat on here, and let's go to work, buddy.
Well, you don't want that because beer prices would be $30 because I'd be signing Michael King, I'd be signing Diaz, I'd be signing Suarez.
A realistic Alex Anthopoulos, please. Realistic.
That should be fucking realistic.
I think I 100% agree, but it's
You've
not.
got one of the top earning teams in the league that should be
What's
realistic.
our payroll right now? 197.
I believe, and that's
We
after
need to get up
cutting.
to 260, 265 for us to be legitimate.
I mean, you give Diaz and Suarez and Kings and offers and
Yeah, but that's only 3 players.
exactly.
You need more than 3 players.
You need one starter, presumably. You need a shortstop, and you need what? 4 relievers, 3 relievers,
And you need one solid ass reliever. That's going to be your closer.
at least 2 because Joe Jimenez is going to be down. All right, I'll rank them 5 to 1, I guess.
Okay.
I'll go Zach Neto at number 5. I feel like you could maybe swing a trade. Maybe. I don't know. Zach Neto at number 5.
Fucking weird, dude.
And this is obviously like targetable candidates. Obviously, Atlanta's not going to be able. Obviously, Atlanta's not going to be able to swing a Jacob Wilson trade. Number 4, is Jeremy Pena available? Like, isn't he a free agent after next year or this year?
No, bro, he ain't gonna be. I don't think so. Let me look real quick. I'll let you know here in just.
I mean, the Astros missed the playoffs. I don't know how their farm looks. I don't know how.
They just pump dudes out, dude.
Whoa! What the fuck?
They pump dudes out of the minor leagues. He is 2028.
Okay.
He ain't available, bro.
Alright, so I'm gonna swap then. I'm gonna put Volpe at 5. I don't really want him, but I think he's probably. I don't know.
I would put him in my top fucking 10.
I can't think of it. Then I'm gonna go Neto 4. Then I'm gonna go Ha-Seong Kim 3.
If you don't have 5, just start bottom.
I'm telling you 5.
Okay.
I've got Volpe. I've got Neto. I've got Kim, Bichette, Seager. I agree with you. We just disagree on our stance on Bo.
And we're gonna talk about why. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. I only got 4. And I'm only throwing 1 in because we're going to talk about him. And I want to emphasize this to you, Chad. I do not want this motherfucker anywhere near my baseball team. Bo Bichette would be the bottom of my list. Besides Orlando Arcia and Nick Allen, he's slightly above them right now. Don't want Bo Bichette playing shortstop for my team. Sorry. He's a DH. Second.
You need a DH.
Yeah, but he's going to clog the DH up. Don't need that. I would go. I like who you said the other day. Perdomo. Perdomo would be.
That's not realistic at all.
It is. You think Arizona's going to do shit at all going towards the playoffs, dude?
Or Lawler.
Huh?
I think Lawler's probably more realistic.
Unless they sign Perdomo to a fucking lengthy contract. And if he produces like he did this year, he's out of Arizona. So I think it's kind of realistic, personally. I like Perdomo. Lawler, not. I might put Lawler above Bo Bichette. Anyway. 2. This is second to number 1. Obviously, Ha-Seong Kim. Last, and y'all have known on this on the Bird app if you follow me, I desperately want Corey Seager. And I think that's a very realistic possibility. Everybody's going to say, oh, money this, money that. Texas will eat $7 million per year to get rid of him. Promise you. Especially if they get back a good package. And the Braves can make that happen.
Braves could show him a good package, all right.
They sure can.
They can give him a great package.
We'll send him Terry McGurk.
Yeah, fucking yes. Motherfucker might be better down there because, like, tax discounts and stuff down there.
Let's talk about it.
I think you can't go wrong. Like, I think Kim is like the conservative option.
Very much.
He's just
I very much agree. He's the safe haven that you can give 20 to 25 million to for 3 years, and you're good to go.
I don't know if I'd go 25, but
He's gonna go without. They're already talking 22, 23, brother. I'm
would
just giving
you
you a
fucking
range. Would I give Kim 25 million? No, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think you can get the best shortstop cheaper per year. We'll talk about that in a second, though.
yeah, I mean, I think Kim is the more conservative option.
I agree.
think the only benefit with Kim over Seager is
you don't trade depth.
I think the only benefit with Kim over Seager is you can give Kim like 3 years, and then you can trade him in year 2.5 or at the beginning of year 3 if you have Ledisi or any of them cracking their way up through the minors. I'm sure somebody would take 1 year of Ha-Seong Kim, especially if we paid it down. I would like,
base by then.
Depending on what you do with Ozzy, yeah. I mean, I think Kim is I think he's the safest option. I think Bichette, you like the bat, you don't really like the glove. That's really about it. And I think he's going to get overpaid, I do, but...
By far, for no fucking reason, that dude's not worth it.
Okay. And then Corey Seager. I think Corey Seager would be the best option from North Carolina. Left-hander, Chop House Central, baby. I think you could be able to get him for a pretty decent price because if Texas is really trying to shed money,
they are.
Maybe you package in a DeGrom, maybe you package in a Evaldi, and you kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Depending on how much you take on, obviously, is going to be how much you have to give up in prospects. I think.
Well, look, I know you can't stand me shitting on Bo Bichette. I get it. He's a good player. He's not the guy you want to wrap $25 to $30 million in for 6-7 years. The dude is 28. He's going to be 28 years old at the start of next season, and he's already had back-to-back injury seasons.
What if it's like a Correa season or a Correa contract where it's like 3 years, 25-30 AAV, and he can opt out after the first year. Opt out after the first year.
For him. That's just the way it is.
I think even he knows that's... I don't think you would have to do 40. I think 30, opt out after the first year.
That's fair. He's not a shortstop anymore. He's already having problems with his legs. He had a terrible year in 2024 where he was injured all season long and was a negative WAR player. Okay? All right? He had a full year this year, and he had a solid year, right? He had a 129 OPS plus. He had an 840 OPS. He had a 311 batting average and 94 ribbies, 18 bombs, 3.5 WAR. I want you to understand how bad his defense is for those offensive numbers to be only at a 3.5 WAR. Let's compare Corey Seager, who is going to be 32 next year. He had 380 at-bats, Jeb, and he was doubled Bo Bichette's WAR.
Yeah.
Doubled, chat. He doubled it. And he's 32. Give me Corey Seager. I can handle 3 years of Seagy at shortstop, bring in one of the young bucks that you got in the minor leagues after that, and let Seagy DH for me.
So you said there's like 8 years left on Seager's deal, right?
No, 5 or 6. 5 or 6. I think he's got 5. I think he's got 5 years left on his contract. 6 max. Because I think this is his third or fourth year.
He will be a free agent after the 2031 season.
5 years. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. He's got 6 years left.
Jesus.
He'd be 38, but do you see Seager's bat slowing down anytime soon?
I don't know. It depends on if he can stay healthy.
He was not healthy this year. Produced a 6.2 WAR. Bo Bichette was healthy all year until fucking when it mattered, and then he barely got back to the World Series and produced a 3.5. Who would you rather have?
I would like Seager.
Seager.
I think it would be the best. I think Ha-Seong Kim is the most conservative signing You don't have to, like,
I will not be upset
fuck
if we
yourself.
have Kim back. I won't be.
And then I think Seager's like we're going for the throat.
We're going for the throat. We're going for the Dodgers. Just picture it with me, chat. Corey Seager hitting a walk-off dong against the Dodgers in Atlanta. And he sends it to the fucking chop house. And we go to the World Series. Cinema. That's all I'm saying.
I think this is the perfect time to move because I think, personally, the Phillies are fucked.
They're fucked.
I think
with
they're
a capital
fucked.
PH, fucked.
Yeah, because Dombrowski basically told Harper he's a fat, lazy piece of shit.
No, he did not.
Trey Turner is getting older, but he still had a pretty decent season. Alec Bohm, what even is Alec Bohm? They have no outfield.
What is that shit out there in Philly? Bader's
Schwarber,
like, yo, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Schwarber is like probably gone, unless they
$35 million, yeah.
Unless they absolutely open the checkbook. Real Muto is 35.
And they got nothing at catcher coming up.
Yeah. And then you still got 5 more years of Aaron Nola.
I just want the one Philly fan that came at me that said that their window is still wide open while the Braves has closed. You are a fucking moron. I just want to let you know that on podcast talk. You got Wheeler, who may or may not be the same pitcher when he comes back. We
don't know what the fuck Wheeler's going to do.
You got Nola, who was not Aaron Nola. You've already lost Ranger Suarez. You have Sanchez.
They might as well trade him while his value's high.
You got
They've
Sanchez,
got
and you got Andrew Painter coming up. You got nothing in the bullpen. Yeah, nothing in that bullpen besides fucking what's his name, Duran. But he can't do it all. And even he wasn't great in the postseason.
Got Luzardo.
I forgot about Luzardo, but he's coming up on a contract here, right? Yeah. They're fucked, dude.
Fucked.
Their window was 22 to this year. This year. And you didn't win it. You're done.
Could you imagine signing
You're still
Bryce
stuck with Castellanos. You got Bryce Harper. Look, Bryce Harper is a very good player. But what Dombrowski said is valid. He was not the superstar. Kyle Schwarber was their superstar.
Yes, but
Kyle Schwarber had the Bryce Harper year.
No, he didn't.
Look, Bryce Harper had a very good season. I'm not saying that. But he didn't have Bryce Harper year. He didn't have the dude who was vying for the MVP year. He had a 129 OPS.
I think he's past that, though.
Exactly. That's Dombrowski's point. He's like, look, Bryce isn't that elite superstar anymore. He's still an all-star, but he's not the dude who's going to go out there and put up MVP numbers no more. That's what he's saying. And he's right. Harper might bounce back and shove it up everybody's ass, which would be great for baseball. And for the Phillies, can he do that at 34?
Bryce Harper's 34?
He'll be 34 next year. He's 33. He's 33. Let that sink in, chat. He's 33. Yeah. Jeff.
Holy shit, dude. Didn't he win his first MVP like 12 years ago?
Bryce Harper
at like 22?
Bryce Harper had a 3-1 WAR, which is solid. Compared to Bryce Harper, who had a 4.8 last year, a 3.6 in an injury year, a 2.5 in an injury year, and a 5.9 in 21. When I think he won the MVP, he was the MVP that year.
Walk with me, talk with me. Bryce Harper's the DH, and they signed Big Meat Pete.
You talking about Philly?
Yeah.
You can't sign Pete. You got to have Harper go back to the outfield, but then what are you going to do with Castellanos?
No, Harper would move to DH. Pete would be your first baseman.
God, that's worse. Bryce Harper's a better defensive first baseman.
Okay. Pete would be your DH then.
You can't, man. There are look, if you're going to, in my opinion, if you're the Philadelphia Phillies, unless you sign Schwarber, there's not a guy that you really need to put in the DH role because you got so many older fucking people on your team. You need the DH role open.
Yeah, I mean, they have Trey Turner, like, I think until the end of time.
Turner's going to be 41 at the end of his contract.
Yeah.
Good luck, Philly. That's why, and I'm not being a dick to Philly fans, man, but, their window was short. They signed Turner, they signed these guys to put them over the top, and they didn't get past the championship series after 22.
Love to see it.
Fuck them.
Uh,
Most
what?
overrated organization besides the Mets, in my opinion.
So,
Prove me wrong.
with that being said, what do you think a Seager deal looks like?
Seagy, you would have to send one of Waldrop, or well, I don't even think you need to send Waldrop or Caminetti to get this deal done. I don't.
Bryce Elder would have to be in it.
Walk with me, talk with me, chat. And this is why I want you. The Braves signed a ton of athletic young bucks and a lot of shortstops, right? I can see them sending one of Southacene or one of Ladosi. I can see it. And you
What about
package it
Miller?
with an Owen Murphy or a J.R. Ritchie, and you say eat $7 million per year and get that AAV down to $24 to $25 million. And
I think you would have to send a Bryce Elder as well.
Well, yes, he's got to eat innings for him, but that's if they get rid of their pitching. If they're going to be in full blow-up mode, then yeah, for sure. They'll send Elder.
What if you send Bummer with it too?
You might not have to eat some of... Well, they would probably only need to send...
You would offset it off of Seager's, but...
Correct. So if they took on Aaron Bummer's, they would save money in the end game, yes.
But Bummer's deal is only 1 year.
Correct.
So I wonder if you would work that out to where, like, they wouldn't eat, like...
They wouldn't eat his contract this year, but for, like, future years, yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Look, I can very much... everybody thinks this is a far-fetched dream. I don't think it is. I think Seager, if AA wants it to happen, it's a very strong possibility. I think it's a very strong possibility. The Braves got a better farm, and they got pitching that the Rangers are going to be very interested in. And you got a couple,
position. I mean, theoretically,
you still got some international free agents that we have that you can put in there for a package. You do. Not every guy in this deal is going to be that top 50 prospect. That's just not how deals work anymore.
And especially depending on the money aspect too. I mean, obviously, the more money Atlanta is willing to eat, the
less prospect capital they're going to have to give up.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. I think if they send $35 million over total, and you spread that out over his contract, dude, give me Corey Seager.
I think the more comfortable way for me to do this would be they would need to take on as much money as they could. Braves? And they should.
They should.
I think you would also have to try to get a DeGrom or an Evaldi somehow.
I don't think you couldn't get DeGrom in this deal. DeGrom's going to by himself cost a good bit of money. Money and or prospects. Because he proven that he's still Jacob fucking DeGrom.
I mean, but then at that point, you're still at square one because you're going to have to eat the money as well, or you're going to have to deal... Huh?
You got your shortstop. You're not at square one. Or are you talking about the Rangers?
No, I'm talking about, like, debating on whether you want to send prospects or if you want to eat more money. You're back at the same square because then you're going to have to send more prospects again. Yeah.
I don't know, man. If you're going to send DeGrom and Seager in the same package, you better be getting some hefty prospects back. It doesn't matter how much money the other team needs. You can't give up those dudes for nothing.
I think if there is a way you could do that without giving up more than 2 of your top pitchers,
I don't give a fuck about that shit no more, bro. I'd give up Fuentes for Seager. And I told you this personally. You've heard me trade talk, chat. I am not one to dish out a ton of prospects for guys. Corey Seager is the one dude I would. He is the epitome of shortstop in this game. Defensively, no, but game changer? Dude who goes out there and performs in the postseason? You slot him behind Ronald and in front of Olsen or Riley? Shit, dude. Just imagine that lineup.
It just got that much deeper. Yeah.
You're looking at the team to beat in the NL East and the team that's going to put the Dodgers on notice immediately. It would be the Atlanta Braves. All I'm going to say. Kim is a nice signing and he's a good shortstop, right? He ain't going to put you over the top like Corey Seager will. Corey Seager, whether he had his last few years have been injured, right? He's still posting up a fucking 6-4 in an injury-filled year. 6.2, 5.0, 7.2, and 22 injury year. 3.8, 21 injury year with the Dodgers. 3.4. The dude is a monster. And he knows how to fight through injuries and still be a fucking monster. And he doesn't have to play shortstop his whole tenure in Atlanta. He can get out of shortstop 2-3 years in. And go to DH.
Isn't that your argument for Bo?
Because Bo immediately has to go to DH. He's that bad at shortstop. Seager, you can tell by his WAR, he's better defensively. That's why his WAR is way higher. That's my argument against Bo, and the reason why I would ship prospects to go get this dude. Because he is the dude. Why LA let this dude walk out? Because they got fucking a printing press over there. Why the fuck do you let him walk out?
It was before Ohtani, and
They signed
Seager.
Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki.
Seager left before they signed him.
Get it, but still, bro. You already knew you were going to get Ohtani. Ohtani knew he wanted to go to the Dodgers.
I don't think Seager wanted to be in LA, if you
That's
want me to be
probably true. That part's
candid.
true. Just like Turner. He didn't want to be in LA either.
I mean, most of the guys who signed with the Texas Rangers are not your prototypical LA people.
All I'm saying is I'd make Corey Seager. I'd be on the phone right now with Chris Young trying to get a deal done. I'd literally say, hey, you can't take these two. Everybody else is fair game. Let me know what you want to put together here. And I'll let you know.
I think if you could do it without giving up more than two, I think that would be...
Dude,
all game.
Send Richie, Murphy, and fucking Fuentes for him. Or send two of the pitchers and give him one or two of the shortstop. I don't care. Give me Corey Seager.
That is a little bit of an overpay. I think if DeGrom was in there, I would, yeah.
I don't know. Corey's, dude, I don't care. He's the one dude I'd do it for. He's the one dude I overpay for. I wouldn't overpay for anybody else. I wouldn't overpay for Harper. I wouldn't overpay for Mookie Betts. I wouldn't have overpaid for Mike Trout. I'll overpay for Corey Seager.
I think you're just getting some recency bias here, since we need a shortstop bad.
Seager changes everything in the Atlanta Braves right now, dude. You got Ronald, Seager, Riley Olsen, fucking Baldwin after that, Murphy are in there as well. Then you got Profar. The line, there's no out. There's no out. And then you got 4 MVP candidates at the top of that lineup. 4.
No, what if you had Seager batting second?
That's what I'm saying. Ronald, Seager,
Riley
no.
I'm sorry.
Olsen.
Third. Profar.
Personally, I'd rather have as much protection for Seager as possible, and I want him hitting behind Ronald, so Ronald gets better pitches to hit. Ronald's your MVP. You protect him first. Can you imagine the kind of pitches Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to get with Corey Seager batting behind him? Ain't nobody want to fuck with Seager.
Ain't nobody should want to fuck with Ronald Acuna Jr.
They ain't gonna want to fuck with Seager, but you gonna have to fuck with one of them.
Holy shit! If you did Ronnie, Seager, Riley, Olsen,
Baldwin, Murphy, and then you got a Profar after that, or a Profar and then a Baldwin and Murphy, and then you still got an Ozzy.
Still got Ozzy.
In there. You still got Michael Harris down there in the 9 hole.
Should be 9 hole.
Yes. That's what I'm saying, dude. He changes the complex of that lineup totally. Kim doesn't.
I mean, he shores up the bottom of the order, sure.
Changes it completely, man.
It's better than Nick Allen. It's not an automatic out.
Here's my best example for you, Chad, of what Corey Seager is going to do. You remember what Juan Soto hitting in front of Aaron Judge did for Aaron Judge? He's going to do that for this whole lineup. The bottom part is going to get more pitches to hit because you're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to get back to the top of that lineup with guy on base. Even if they walk Seager, then they got to go after Riley or Olsen, so they're going to get pitches in the zone. Oh, shit, Seager's on deck. I got to go after Ronald because I got a righty on the mound right now, and I can't change to the lefty next hitter. You get what I'm saying here?
I'm picking up.
He is a game changer in this lineup. Up and down. Up and down. That's the dude I would get. That's the dude. If they got Corey Seager and a few bullpen arms and called it an offseason, I'd say it's a success.
I feel like if you get Kim, you have to get two of the big bullpen arms, though.
You do, 100%.
Two of the, like, I'm talking like
Premier.
Diaz, Suarez. Like,
I 100% agree with you. You got, dude, I'm trying to talk this into existence. They need to go after this dude. I thought when, because credit to CJ, he put it out there first. He said, everybody in Braves country is going to think I'm crazy, but Corey Seager. Texas is trying to eat some money. The Braves have pretty good relationships with him, and they got the prospect capital now to go get him, and Texas can eat some of the money to make the contract better. Didn't think of it like it was serious at all until I dug into the contract numbers a little bit. And the prospect capital the Braves have now, this would be the one dude I'd release it for. You want to win, you want to get back to the World Series and win one or two more in the next 5 years? That's the dude you want in your lineup.
I did not expect. I mean, I knew we were going to talk Seager, but I didn't know Ryan was going to absolutely tongue bathe Seager for like 45 minutes.
Don't give a fuck, dude. I love Seagy. Love him. Don't care.
Don't care. Put that in. I'm gonna
I
put
don't
that.
glaze anybody, but I'll glaze Corey Seager.
I'm gonna put that in the description. I'm gonna be like,
still have fucking nightmares of the 2020 postseason about Corey Seager. Okay.
Holy shit, that was fucking ridiculous.
Still have nightmares about that.
What color jersey would you get? Because I know you're ordering a jersey.
I'd get the red one.
Red Seager?
Red, yeah.
I feel like the blue Seager would go kind of hard. Although they fucked up the blue uniforms.
They have.
Bad.
The red, dude. That dark blue number. And that, ooh. I'd immediately. Alex Anthopoulos, I'll immediately order one of your fucking Corey Seager jerseys when that trade's approved. Thank you.
Alex Anthopoulos sees none of that money.
I did. It's a good thing I'm not the GM chair because I'd be sending everything we had over to get Seager.
Terry McGurk did say on the online. Fuck, we didn't even talk about that. Terry McGurk did say that.
So for everybody saying they're not going to spend money, look. Last year we all kind of felt it, right? Alex just kind of brushed over it. Yeah. Our spending's going to increase like it has every year. Terry McGurk said yes. Payroll will increase if the deal's right. This year, they're like, no. Payroll's going up. This year was embarrassing, and it doesn't need to happen again. That was per Alex Anthopoulos saying this was an embarrassing year, and it doesn't need to happen.
That's what happens when you cut fucking pennies.
I 100%
cut
agree.
Corners. I'm wondering how much of that has to...
They needed a wake-up call so they would actually go spend money.
I'm wondering how much of that... Because I don't get how all of this works with them being a publicly traded company. I'm wondering how much them doing that last year had to do with like a quarter, whatever numbers being down, so they had to slash payroll.
From what me and you have gathered from the sources that be it of Braves Twitter is that a lot of the shareholders... They had to baby them a little bit and give in to them some. But doesn't explain everything that they did, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's not like... That shouldn't have to...
I agree.
Okay.
I would think, in my opinion, I would think a better on-field product would bring in more fans, more revenue. Because, dude, I was at the ballparks at the end of the year, dude. I mean, you get Chop House tickets for fucking $50. That's not great for business. And then when you come into the stadium, they're like maybe at 35-40% capacity, especially on weekends, like when I was going.
Yeah, dude, you could see it on TV. It was brutal. The only reason I watched was because, we kind of did take on this thing where we were going to cover the Braves.
I don't think that was great for business. But
no, not for our business. Our business was not growing that much because the Braves sucked.
So fucking bad. It was a brutal year to talk about them. It was tough.
But... Oh, Lord. I don't have anything else. I think we pretty much went over everything.
I agree.
And some.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I glazed Seager a good bit. Sorry, chat.
Yeah. Fucking absolutely tongue-bathed Seager.
Not really sorry about that at all. And I will die on that hill.
I'm gonna make that the episode title. Ryan gives Seager Atlanta blowjob.
Come to Atlanta, baby. Alex Anthopoulos, do whatever the fuck you gotta do to get Seager. And if I see Bo Bichette, I will fucking riot. I'll fucking riot.
Any upgrade's a good upgrade.
I'd rather have Kim than Bo Bichette. By a long shot.
I don't disagree.
Thank you.
I just
I don't think
Bichette is a fine player. I don't think he hurts you. But
people, it's not Bo himself. It's the fucking people that have acted like Bo Bichette is a fucking superstar. He is not a superstar.
Yeah, I mean we don't have to suck his dick and say like this is the shortstop we've been missing.
$35 million, 6 years at shortstop per year. No, fuck, he's not, dude. He's not worth that kind of money, bro. And if somebody pays him that, hope y'all win a World Series in the first 2 years because you ain't going to after that for that contract.
Maybe he's a Philly. Fuck it. They just keep throwing money at everything.
Oh, man. Throw money at your problems, right?
Always works. All right. We will be back next Monday, as long as there isn't a signing or any big news.
Emergency news. I hope there is.
I mean, we also need to clarify what emergency news is. Like, if they re-sign Ha-Seong Kim, like, probably not going to do an emergency pod about that.
Nope.
But if they
land Corey Seager,
if they get Seager, sign Suarez, and sign Michael King in the span of 24 hours, we're probably going to be putting out a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But, all right. We will see y'all in the next one. Peace!
Deuces.
Landed right on the shoulder.
Hawk tour.
Let's do it again.